Welcome to What the Favorite Lead-In to the KMVT test pattern. Let's get a preview of tonight's show from Timothy Walton in our legal department. Timothy, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Jim, this is an episode about getting along with your coworkers on the job. Can you get away with lying? Can you get away with yelling and screaming? How many rules can you break? And really, should you even bother to show up for work? Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Timothy. We'll join you at the end of the show. Hey, they're so popular, the FBI wants to hack iPhones just to find them. But enough about hipster terrorists. Let's meet tonight's panel. In the far chair, it's aspiring actress Kate Manbear. She's so charming, she convinces Bernie Sanders voters to get real jobs and vote for Donald Trump. In the middle chair, it's former nurse and suburban squirrel, it's Frankie J. She's so sharp, black keys on a piano are now known as flats and Frankies. In between them, it's professional videographer and self-described regal gentleman John Helmholtz. If wit was a pair of reading glasses, he'd be sitting on an old man's face in a public library. Finally, sitting next to me, it's attorney at law Mel Patterson. If profound insight was an awesome beard, he'd come on the chin of a member of Duck Dynasty. Issue number 1. Can you discover a book by its cover? Researchers from the Columbia Business School, love their broadcasting school by the way, have discovered that people can accurately rate how trustworthy someone is by picking up on subtle cues in their expressions. This latest study specifically found that some people don't have guilty faces, but instead their expressions reflect how they think others see them. Our outward appearance reflects our inner thoughts of how people perceive us and may even alter how we act. For more, we turn to America's most trusted face, Johnny Fathead Jones. JJ, your thoughts?
God, this guy, every time.
Yeah, he is the face of integrity, I see. I believe everything he says. All right, Kate, you can judge people by their appearance. What's your take on this?
I think you can judge whether they're trustworthy by looking at them. When they're talking, I think if someone's lying, there's little, yes.
Yeah,
a little something that they're going to tell you with their face and their expressions what they're really thinking.
Do you find that people trust you a lot?
Yes, I'm one of the most trustworthy people you know.
Most trustworthy person I know. Well, that's a very low bar to clear. But
yes.
Anyway, okay, I'll take it. All right. Hey, Frankie, what's your take on this? You used to work in medicine, right? Had shady people come in, right?
Shady people.
Yeah, you're right. Like, oh, I just fell on the doorknob.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
So do you believe? Did
when
they have
somebody
guilty
else
faces?
actually broke their arm.
Yeah. Do they have guilty faces?
No, but the guy that pushed him into the doorknob, that's a guilty face.
That's a guilty face.
Boy, very shifty, very, I don't speak English suddenly. Oh my God, get over yourself.
So you buying this or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can tell.
All right. So when you met your husband, did he have a trustworthy face?
I couldn't tell he was playing guitar.
Okay.
He's a musician.
So you really didn't care about trust, right?
Not at that point, no.
Oh, okay. You
So romantic.
Well,
I don't care if he's a lying sack of crap. You just look at him. Look at him.
exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay. John, what's your take on this?
My take is I don't think we should ever be too quick to try to trust people because of their faces, because there's something in society called sociopaths.
Right.
And I think they've mastered the art of trustworthy faces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're saying this with a knit cap and hipster glasses on?
I'm harmless, you know what I mean? I've been told I have a very trustworthy face, and I laugh at that. Because I'm not a trustworthy person.
Okay, so you're not a sociopath?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do sociopaths know they're sociopaths?
I don't know. Do they know do sociopaths know that they're sociopaths?
I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
They do? Oh, okay.
I'll have to ask my therapist.
But I will trust you because you told me you're not a sociopath, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Hey, Mel, you're a lawyer. Your job is to assess the trustworthiness of potential clients, opposing counsel, and witnesses. What's your take on this? Can you really judge people by their appearance?
I don't know that you can do it solely by their appearance. I know that people generally tell me I'm trustworthy until they learn that I'm a lawyer, and then then they stop trusting me for some reason.
Does the suit give you away?
No, I mean the suit doesn't always give me away. It's when I take their money that gives me away.
Oh, okay. So you have so then you might be somewhat disagreeing with this, because you say you have people say you have a trustworthy face, and then you screw them.
Yes.
Pro bono cases. Those are the ones
You screw them over.
That's a curse.
Yeah.
You screw them over pro bono.
That's a curse. That's a curse.
Now, the other observation of the study was that people's perception of you can alter your behavior to a self-fulfilling prophecy. Is this a profound observation or a duh?
I think that's a duh.
Okay.
You know, obviously in our profession, people expect us to screw them.
And you screw them anyway.
And we do. We live up to their expectations.
No.
Or live down to their expectations.
What is this we, Kimosabe? What is this we?
Well, I'm expecting to hear from Timothy about this.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll throw this out to the rest of the panel. People's perception of you can alter your behavior to make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. You guys buying this or not?
I do. For lazy people.
Okay.
You know, people don't want to, I don't know, try to outdo what people think. But like, people think I'm a liar, so I guess I'm just going to lie.
Well, people have told you what their perception is of you, right, John?
Absolutely.
And what's that
Mostly you.
Oh, okay.
Huge douche.
Okay.
Huge douche.
And does it make you into a huge douche?
I feel like I'm like, well, you know,
Might as well.
tiger don't change its stripes, you know?
Oh, okay. So you're a trustworthy douche?
I'd like to think so. A douche with a heart of gold.
Is that your new Twitter handle, trustworthy douche?
Trustworthy douche. Apparently, I guess Pearl Tampex has that as their slogan. So.
Trustworthy douche. That feminine,
The feminine,
the fresh feeling, right?
Yes, right. Trustworthy douche.
Are you guys gonna buy that? Trustworthy douche?
Well, I think it's a
Trustworthy
pretty
douche.
good handle.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I like it
I
because
should change my Twitter
I don't think anybody else would use it.
Oh, okay.
Especially a male.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. It's not targeted to
That
us.
sounds like trademark.
Yeah, yeah.
Set up your
I'm your guy.
Pro bono.
Pro bono, trustworthy douche.
I'm a pro bono douche.
Yeah, it's easy to remember.
You could be the spokesperson. Talking about
Really getting some out of
talking
this.
about freshness and reliability. Okay. All right. Hey.
I love fresh, reliable men.
Yes, that's what you have.
With guitars.
All right, and good guitars.
Exactly.
All right. On to issue number 2. Is the dirty work rat a rule-loving bureaucrat? At least you got the time right. Hey, a new Harvard Business School working paper studies the personality profile of the toxic worker. First, the toxic worker isn't necessarily a lazy one. In fact, they tend to be insanely productive. Second, they are selfish. Shocking. Third, they have a tendency to be overconfident in their own abilities. And finally, they're most likely to claim to follow the rules but get fired for breaking them. Quote, it could also be the case that those who claim to be rules should be followed are more Machiavellian in nature, purporting to embrace whatever rules, characteristics, or beliefs that they believe are most likely to obtain them a job, unquote. There's a strong evidence that Machiavellianism leads to deviant behavior, unquote. For more, we turn to our workplace ethics correspondent, Parkour T-Rex. PTR, your thoughts? You know, we don't have a budget for an earpiece that fits in my ear, but we have a workplace ethics correspondent. We got to work on that budget. Anyways, hey, John, 4 traits of toxic workers. Your thoughts on this?
You know, anyone who makes me look bad is a toxic worker to me.
Okay.
Like, oh, you're getting stuff done. Psh, good for you.
Nice hat.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Did you forget to wash your hair like that?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, okay. So, but do these 4 traits do they comport with what you?
Yeah, you know what?
Workers?
Honestly, it's funny because I feel like in some ways, people who are almost those overachievers in the office, it's like they're trying to screw things up for everyone else. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, you just divided everybody. If you have a boss who's not very attentive, suddenly they think, oh, this person's better than everybody else, and he's causing a lot of divides. And you know, maybe they're sociopaths.
So you're not describing your current work environment, are you?
No.
No, everyone's.
No.
It's not like the Star Trek alternative universe, right, where someone dies and never moves up in rank. Right?
No.
There's nobody with a goatee running around, is there?
Nah, Renee's working on it.
Okay, there you go. No, he'll get older. The facial hair kicks in.
Yes,
and puberty
right.
kicks in, right?
Right.
Okay. Right. Mel, you worked in law firms. I assume you're familiar with the term toxic coworker.
Yeah.
What's your take on these 4 traits?
Well, with lawyers, we're all about rules, and we will follow the rules religiously and use them against our coworkers. And in a lot of ways, the classic law firm is very much like the alternate Star Trek universe. It's you try to kill the next guy so you can move up.
So in the alternate Star Trek universe, then in the alternate Star Trek universe of this universe, there's a version of you without the mustache?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
And he's actually a nice guy.
And that's right.
And he's happy with his wife? And he's not bragging about all the sex partners he's had or not? Okay.
I sure hope not.
And he's encouraging his daughter to explore her sexuality, right?
Yeah, I sure hope not.
A weird guy.
Weird guy, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Kate, you worked in tech. What's your take?
So I have certainly worked with some toxic people, and I agree with one thing that people who say, I always do this, I always do this, I always do this, if they say it too much,
Then they've done it?
they're lying. I always follow the rules. Well, you're probably not if you say that all the time, because otherwise, why would you be telling me this fact?
Well, yeah, that's probably good observation. By the way, I never watch porn online. Never.
Oh.
I'll repeat like Donald Trump. Never.
And not at work.
But yeah, not. Oh no, always at work. Always at work.
I never ever watch porn.
Aha.
That's good.
Got you.
There you go. Frankie, you worked in medicine. Oh, well, we're out of time. Oh, I'll have to go to you first next time. All right. Hey, let's see here. On to our first break. There you go. Oh, back from our first break. Hey, issue number 3. Does your boss at work have a good reason for being a jerk? Researchers have discovered that bosses who treat employees badly may suffer from a phenomenon known as moral licensing. Researchers found that if a boss acts in an ethical way, they feel good about this behavior, and it gives them a pass to mistreat employees. And doing the right thing can also cause ego depletion. Once depleted, people's capacity to exert self-control of subsequent activities is severely limited, thereby increasing the likelihood that they will succumb to the temptation and aggressive impulses. Speaking of ego depletion,
Running head down, the herd's only thought is escape.
Yeah, that's right. Take one for the team, buddy. Bison are delicious.
yeah.
They're so tasty.
Yeah, I think that other bison actually recycled that morning, so he felt okay to screw, right? Just take care of the environment and right, making sure that the herd is sustainable. There you go. Hey, Frankie, sorry about cutting you off last time. Bosses are jerks because they're ethical. You buying this or not?
No, bosses are jerks because they're jerks.
Okay, all right. Was
Let me tell you something. There are some assholes out there that just really want to get you, right? And if you're a new employee, new to the workforce, and don't get and are unseasoned, and you come across a boss that has dissed everybody, but you don't get it. I mean, yeah, they're just jerks.
okay. So they just, but you don't think that even bosses who are jerks may feel some guilt about treating people badly?
No.
They're just
No.
sociopaths. They're just,
Right, they just come to work because they can't beat up their wives at home.
Oh, okay. All right.
At least any more that week.
Any more that
They
way.
got
Exactly.
Because
see?
the restraining order
on
limits-
Tuesday
limits
nights,
the beating.
man. Yeah.
All right. So you're
So Wednesday, you just watch out for this.
okay. So you're not buying it. All right.
No.
Kate, what about you? What's your take from the tech sector perspective?
There are some jerky bosses,
Okay.
and I don't think ethics has anything to do with it.
Not necessarily ethics, but like they feel that they can be jerk because they're good they behave better in other areas.
So that does sound like a sociopath, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Self-reward.
Yeah, like
I
it has
deserve
nothing to do with. There's no trade-off. You know, you can, if you're not going to be a jerk, you have to just not be a jerk. You have to be nice.
Well, when someone is behaving like a jerk, at the moment in time they're doing it, do you think they're saying, yeah, I'm being a jerk and I like it? Or do you think they're oblivious to the fact that they are behaving
Oblivious.
that way? Okay.
Totally oblivious.
Now-
I don't think they need to justify it at all. They're not trying to justify, oh, I was good doing something else. They're just being a jerk.
Okay. Yeah, because I think the less subtle inference from the moral licensing
Okay.
theory is that, you know, they think overall they're a good person, right? And so they may think that, you know, since I'm
Right.
good, I'm normally a good person, and you know, I don't realize I'm being such a jerk because I'm basking in the glow of my goodness.
I think they do think they are a good person, but I think they're not.
Okay. Oh well, no, we all agree they're jerks.
Okay,
We all
they're
agree
just
they're jerks.
completely wrong, so they're delusional.
Okay, they're delusional jerks. Okay.
Delusional.
Love that.
Yeah. Speaking of delusional, Mel, what's your take on this? I mean, again, you work in the law firm world for many years, so I assume you've dealt with people who have behaved badly.
Well, I mean, I have ambiguous feelings about this, ambivalent feelings about this. First of all, I'm not bad to my subordinates, and I don't treat them badly. But I guess the question is does that mean I'm necessarily unethical?
All right.
So I don't view myself that way. Although my bosses were particularly nasty sometimes, but does that necessarily make them ethical? So I'm not really buying into this at all.
You're not buying this at all. Do you know when you're behaving badly?
I don't behave badly.
Okay. So you're right. See Exhibit A. John,
Rest my case.
I mean, do you have subordinate? Have you ever managed people yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Taco Bell?
I did it. That was a good run at Taco Bell.
All right.
Yeah, crunchy tacos.
Did you ever stop back and go, yeah, I'm behaving like a jerk? Did you ever have that moment?
I did. And in some ways I realized that, I don't know, like it's kind of hard to keep people in line and to keep them doing their jobs when you're just nice to them all the time.
Okay.
I feel like there's a certain extent there, there has to be the follow-up, hug after you tackle them to the ground and punch them in the face. Like help them back up and give them a pat on the back and be like, don't do it again. So that's how I see it, is in the defense of bosses everywhere. Because one day, maybe I'll have employees or something. But I would just like to think that sometimes you have to do jerk things just to make sure that the job gets done.
Because you're being ethical. There you go. Hey, issue number 4. He got an award at work for a job that he shirked. A civil servant in southern Spain failed to show up for work for 6 years, but no one noticed until he collected his salary. He still collected his salary. Joaquin Garcia, an engineer employed by the municipal water company in Cadiz, was AWOL for 6 years, and no one at the water company noticed until he was considered for an award for performing 20 years of oil service. Garcia, now 69 and retired, claims he was the victim of workplace bullying and had turned up each day only to find he had no work to do. For further comment, we turn to the members of Garcia's carpool. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
I thought I turned the parking brake on.
Well, maybe we've been too hard on Mr. Garcia. Mel, 6 years of absenteeism, his fault or the fault of his employer?
The fault of his employer. Come on. I mean, that's just 6 years of not showing up. And,
Right.
I think the employer should have taken positive steps to deal with the workplace bullying issue.
Oh, okay. So you're buying his story?
I'm buying his story. And I think he should seek damages for not being able to show up for work for 6 years. I think that the employer should pay him damages.
You're a plaintiff's lawyer, right? Okay. All right. So you don't think this guy had an untrustworthy face?
No. I thought he was very trustworthy, and
Have you seen his face?
yeah, I saw his face.
What does it look like?
He's very relaxed.
Okay. Would you consider him a toxic employee?
I don't think he's a toxic employee, and
Because he didn't show up at all. He was just not productive at all.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Or that he had an ethical boss?
He probably did have an ethical boss, which is why there was bullying
Why
in
there was bullying, okay.
in the workplace.
The boss-
I got them all
The
covered.
boss tried to do the right thing.
I got them all covered. And he's signed. Let's see. Has he signed his fee agreement yet?
Oh, there you go. Okay. It's just, I think he might be representing him. Okay. I don't know if he's licensed in Spain, though. But, Kate, what's your take?
This guy, I guess he had no choice. He had nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well sit at home where it's comfortable and not have to, get dressed and leave
Bathe.
the house, commute, shower, shave, all those things that guys don't like to do,
Right.
apparently.
Okay.
Maybe you work from home.
Yeah, so work from home.
There
But
you
he
go.
had nothing to do. It's not his fault.
All right. Yeah, okay. Hey,
I
John.
want you on my jury.
There you go. Hey, John. What do you think this says about the water company that a guy can not show up for 6 years and no one noticed?
I think the whole incident in Flint, Michigan makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, it probably does.
Because that was probably, in a similar situation, some guy in Michigan was like, I probably should, it's been 3 years, I should probably go check the filters. Honestly, I think the guy should get another award
That's right.
for best long con pulled on a company. Like the fact nobody
Put him on my jury too.
nobody stopped and was like, have you seen him around recently? Nah, I don't know. I think he's always in the bathroom crying or something because we were so mean to him. I think he earned his 6 years of salary from those idiots.
Definitely on my
He's not
jury.
jury. That's right. All right, Frankie. What's your take on this thing?
Oh my God, the water department, the PG&E here in California, and now Spain,
Right.
or building cities where nobody inhabits them.
Yeah, that's China.
This just sounds typical.
Typical.
Typical, yeah, doesn't it? A utilities company.
Do you
screwing up?
envy him that he could work, that he could get paid for 6 years
Well,
and do nothing?
what a dumbass to get caught. Jesus, that's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
You should have.
all that for to become an engineer, so you wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but then he gets himself caught. I mean, he should have masked it.
Oh, well.
I mean, he knew he was screwing up.
We'd like the court to thank and excuse Frankie.
There you go. All right. Hey, on to our second break. We are back from our second break. Hey, we're at the final segment of the show. For those of you who would like to send us comments or questions or any snide remarks, our Twitter information and email address are below on the screen here. And so feel free to just drop us a line, and eventually I'll read the stuff and get back to you. Anyways, we're at the fact-checking segment of the show. This is where we discover where we went wrong during the course of the show. And for that, we rejoin Timothy Walton in our legal department. Counselor, how did we do on tonight's hearing?
My goodness, everybody's opinion was wrong tonight. I don't want to work with any of you people.
Okay.
Frankie, you're not going to get promoted to management.
Never. No.
Not an aspiration.
Kate, your boss is delusional, but he's not a sociopath.
I'm not so sure.
Here's how we know. Mel, it has come to my attention that you do treat your subordinates badly because you're a delusional jerk. But you're
Is that a legal opinion?
It's fact checking.
Oh.
This is not a diagnosis.
Oh, okay.
But am I a sociopath?
Is there a prescription?
Speaking of sociopaths, John, you can ask Mel about this, but that whole punch and hug thing, that's not ethical. That's actionable.
Oh.
Just a few letters off,
My bad.
Punch and hug.
The punch and hug.
Punch and hug?
That was a good tactic.
I think that describes Mel's marriage. Punch and hug.
I've been punched too many times,
Not hugged enough.
Not hugging enough.
Oh, poor baby.
Speaking of which, Mel, have you seen Joaquin's resume? I hear he's looking for a job now.
Oh.
You'd make a great attorney. On your
There you go. Great law clerk. He'll review his work.
I have to take issue with something that John said about Flint, Michigan. I don't think the problem was because people at the utilities company failed to show up for work. They were there every day using their computers to chat on Facebook.
At least they were keeping the social media fresh.
There you go.
know what I mean?
There's
yeah, up to date social media.
and collecting a paycheck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Watching porn at work. Wasn't that?
No, that's the EPA.
Oh,
That's the
I
EPA.
got the wrong agency.
It happens.
All right, Timothy, we've got about a minute. How we doing?
Well, it occurs to me, Jim, that the definition of toxic coworker that you started this episode with seems to fit your business partner quite well.
Oh, no. I wouldn't say that.
I always follow the rules. I'm also the one who ate your lunch that you put in the fridge.
That wasn't my lunch. That was for the dog.
Hilarious.
Sorry about that. We had to feed Fluffy.
Yum.
Yeah, you better go to the emergency room after that. Just say it, or maybe Pepto.
By the way, I want to close with this thought. Trustworthy douche seems to me to be an oxymoron because douche is intended to mask natural aroma.
No, I think it's reliable douche.
Reliable.
It works
Every time.
every time.
Every time.
Get that fishy smell out.
That's why it's called What the Bleep, folks.
Yeah.
All right, Timothy.
Take care of it.
We are at the end of
In
our
post.
segment. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to the panel. Thank you very much to the crew. Thank you for watching. Later.
Sexist remarks incorporated.